Welcome to lesson number 3, empathy, what it is and how to maintain it through a 240-hour shift. Now, I hope not all of you are working 240-hour shifts, but I also know that that's a very realistic expectation for some of you. So what is empathy? Everyone seems to have a different definition for empathy, so I'm going to read the one I found, and it's one that a lot of people use. It's the ability to sense other people's emotions, coupled with the ability to imagine what someone else might be thinking or feeling. Let me say that again. It is the ability to sense other people's emotions, coupled with the ability to imagine what someone else might be thinking or feeling. So what's the difference between empathy and sympathy? Well, sympathy involves understanding from one's own perspective, while empathy involves putting yourself in other people's shoes and understanding what they might have, understanding that they might have particular feelings. There are components to empathy. There are 4 components, and these 4 components are perspective taking, staying out of judgment, recognizing emotion in another person, communicating the understanding of another person's emotions. Those are the 4 components. And by breaking it down like this, you may be able to see where you're struggling with showing empathy or feeling empathy. I know that it's a different area for different people. I'll be flat out honest with you. When I was younger, I had a very difficult time staying out of judgment. I have siblings who struggle with just recognizing emotion in other people or communicating the understanding of emotion. So it is not the same for everyone. And I think it's important that first you figure out whether or not you have an area where you're having a problem, and then address that area. And as you bring your empathy up in that area, as you raise that area, you may want to go then back and see if there's another area you need to raise, because that's often the case. There are some people who naturally are born with very, very high empathy, and others who are not. There are many of us who feel that we have naturally high empathy, only to learn later that that's not true, and that we have areas where we need work. That's okay. We do the work, and we grow. That's part of being human. So to recap, empathy is the ability to sense others' emotions, as well as what they might be thinking or feeling. It's different from sympathy in that it has several components, and by breaking it down into those components, we can figure out where we need to work on things and strengthen our weaknesses and develop our own ability to feel empathy. Figure out what you need to do to work on empathy in your day-to-day life. And then you can go to the Facebook community, Dr. Nan's Beatdown Burnout Community, and with the hashtag empathy, just hashtag empathy, I'd like you to just do a short live and explain what empathy means to you. Because as I said, it means different things to different people. There are a lot of definitions out there. So just go to our Facebook community and do a live with hashtag empathy and talk about what empathy means to you. So empathy is a key part of emotional intelligence. And if you can raise your empathy, you go a long way toward raising your emotional intelligence. And I will see you in lesson 4.